2.7 million wasted. Okay, the amount is 1 billion pesos.
Alright, share at mga idol, isang pagpalang araw po sa atin lahat at narito na naman po tayo para sa panibagong update ang mainit na pinag-uusapan sa ating bansa. At yung mga senadors po natin ay ginisa nga itong taga DOH dahil sa kanilang procurement ng COVID vaccine. Yung mga bakuna kung saan ay na-expire lang. Imagine mo kung gaano kadami yung na-expire mga idol. Umabot lang naman ng 44 million dosage of vaccine ang naitapon ng Department of Health. Kaya nga nakakapagtaka, bakit na-expire lang ito at hindi naibakuna sa ating mga kababayan. At sabihin natin itong 44 million dosage na ito, ang approximate price nito per dosage is 500 pesos. Pero ayon nga sa DOH, ang mga bakuna na ito ay hindi naman talaga binili lahat ng gobyerno, kundi yung iba daw ay donations or binigay ng ilang ibang bansa. Pero mayroon pa rin na natapon mula sa binili po nating bakuna. So ang naitapon mula sa ating biniling bakuna ay umabot ng 2.7 million dosage lang. So almost 2% lang daw ng kabuuang bakuna na naitapon. Pero yung halaga ay billion pa rin. Imagine mo, umabot ng 1.3 billion ang halaga ng bakunang naitapon, na expire mula sa ating supplier. So ibig sabihin, tapon, wastage. Nagtapon na naman ang DOH ng pera ng Taumbayan. So napakalaking inayang, 1.3 billion, napakalaking halaga na sinasayang lang. At ang sinasabi ng DOH, gano'n naman daw talaga, hindi daw talaga may iwasan yung wastage. Okay lang sana kung i-wastage yan, kung walang perang nasasayang po, Kaya nga naman yung ating mga senators ay hinahanapan sila ng audit, pati yung kuwa, kung bakit nangyari yung ganon. Pwede daw ba bumili ng vaccine na mahaba yung expiration? Kasi ang nangyayari dito sa DOH, gaya nung pagdinig nakaraan sa Senado ng kanilang budget, ay nasabon din sila dito ni Senator Raffy Tulfo. Kasi milyon-milyon din na gamot ang kanilang na-expire. Which is talagang kailangan po ng mga may hirap po nating mga kababayan. Bakit nangyayari na bumibila sila ng marapit na ma-expire? At dapat may kontrata ang kanilang kinukuha na kapag ma-expire, pwedeng palitan. So hindi lang pala gamot, Ngayon nalaman natin, pati bakuna pala sa COVID ay tinatapon na lang at hindi na gamit para sa ating mga kababayan.
Po at that time, si Secretary Duque wrote to us stating they will not be able to provide these documents because they have an NDA or non-disclosure agreement with the suppliers. So perhaps Secretary Duque can
Secretary Duque can answer, but later we will allow Secretary Galvez to continue his statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and Madam Senator Amy. Thank you for inviting us to this hearing. And to respond, I would like to state for the record that, in fact, on November 16, 2021, very much the DOH, under my watch, sent a letter to then Chairman Michael Aguinaldo requesting that a special audit be made. And that the special audit consists of financial and compliance audits of our vaccine-related procurements funded through the World Bank, ADB, and AIIB. And unknown to that, in fact, we also requested the good chairperson then to also do a
Mr. Chair, Senator Amy, my challenge to the Department of Health is to reduce unnecessary vaccine wastage. Pangalagaan po natin ang kaban ng bayan at siguraduhin na hindi ito nasasayang. Rest assured that I am fully committed to helping the committee investigate and get to the bottom of this issue of public interest while safeguarding the rights of all concerned. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Kasi daming nasayang kaban ng bayan. 1.3 billion lang naman.
From COA, dated November 16, 2021. The letter also urging an end-to-end performance audit, as well as the rest of the alleged 14 pieces of correspondence, urging that these contracts be subjected to audit by COA. At which also, following those requests, Mr. Chair, perhaps we can derive from COA the information as to why they failed to audit, given such a barrage of letters from the DOH.
Senator Marcos, perhaps Secretary Duque, you can comply with said request.
As I have indicated, we have 14 correspondences covering issues ranging from the request for a special audit, a request for a comprehensive end-to-end performance audit of the national deployment and vaccination plan, and also the timelines that we proposed within which to complete the audit and the reporting of said audits. Again, all consistent with our obligation under the loan agreements entered into by the Philippine government with the multilateral development partners. But at the same time, Your Honor, as I have earlier indicated, we have to be cognizant of the confidentiality restrictions and the non-disclosure agreements in each of the contracts that we entered into. The non-disclosure agreement is not an absolute.
Senator, we have a total wastage of around of 44 million. Just 44 million doses, Honorable
Nakakalulay, no? 44 million dosage wasted.
Amounting to?
Amounting to, because if we look at the totality of these doses that were wasted, only those coming from the government procurement can we compute.
Yes.
So if we compute for that, the wastage coming from government procurement would just total to around 2.7 million doses. Million
Laki pa rin.
doses.
Doses.
2.7 million doses, which is equivalent to around 1.3 billion, estimated at 500 pesos per dose, Honorable Senator.
Yun ang nasayang sa pera ng gobyerno.
Grabe, laki na sayang na pera.
So why is this so? Bakit napakarami nating nasayang na bakuna, Secretary?
Dami, no?
Honorable Chair and Honorable Senator, first would be, if we look at the trends of vaccinations right now, the demand really has declined tremendously. If we were vaccinating around 3 to 4 million per day in the previous months in 2021 until December of 2021, starting January of 2022, the demand for the vaccines declined.
How many percent, Madam?
Now, Mr. Honorable Senator, we are just averaging a total of just 18,000 to 20,000 vaccinations per day, or doses that we give.
As we speak?
As we speak, Mr. Honorable Senator, compared to in the previous months, especially in 2021, where we were averaging millions of doses being provided per day.
Okay. The pandemic started in the year 2020. When did we start to procure the vaccines? 2021?
Honorable Senator, we started our negotiations way back in early 2020, around October. If I may ask Secretary
Yes.
Galvez to respond to the question,
Please,
Honorable
please.
Senator.
Mr. Chair, Honorable, Your Honors, we started our negotiation as early as October, Your Honors.
2020.
2020.
Negotiations with whom?
We have the vaccine expert panel recommended seven
Manufacturers, namely
namely, we have
Sinovac,
We have Sinovac,
Sinopharm,
Sinopharm, Pfizer, J&J,
JJ, Moderna.
Sputnik, Moderna, and other available. Before we
Alright.
have also Bharat
Okay.
o vaccine. And we were able to have consummated the
Agreement.
negotiation initially with Sinovac and then Sputnik, considering that these two vaccines are the only available vaccines during those time, because most of the vaccines, Moderna and Pfizer, has been taken by Western countries. And then if you look at the vaccine demand during the early first quarter of 2021, we have a supply issue. The issue is really supply. If you look at the trend of our vaccination program, we pick up our vaccination in August 2021, wherein we were able to inoculate 13 million. And then later, we always also peak on November 2021 with 27 million. And also the vaccination on December, we were able to maintain it at 22 million. Meaning, Your Honor, the demand had greatly increased during the third and fourth quarter. That's why the procurement, when we saw that the volumes of the demand had greatly increased, we really mastered our skills to negotiate for more vaccines, and we were able to gather the support of the COVAX, which provided us more than 70 million of the vaccine, Your Honor.
Secretary Dominguez.
Thank you. I think we better put these numbers in perspective. The total vaccines that we received is 251 million doses. We received 92.83 as donations. National government procured 134.13 million. And the LGUs and the private sector procured 24.42 million. So, if you are asking what the national government is really responsible for with regards to the funding and the money involved, we are responsible for 134.13 million. Is that not correct? The rest are donated and the rest are private sector and LGUs. Now, according to Undersecretary Vergire, we lost from the national government stock 2.7 million wasted. Now, 2.7 million is 2% of 134 million. That is a relatively small amount of loss of national government vaccines. So, losses happen in every business, in every activity. 2%, I think, is not alarming. Okay, the amount is 1 billion pesos. But you have to remember,
Ang sabi niya, the amount is 1.3 billion pesos losses, or yon yung tinapon na bakuna na nag-expire. Pero 1.3 billion is a small amount para sa kanya. Ano naging small amount is 1.3 billion? Napakalaking pera yan para sa bawat Pilipinong may ihirap. Tapos ngayon sasabihin mo lang is small amount, normal ang losses. Bakit hindi naiwasan itong losses na ganito, Kaya lang dapat may managot. Kasi pera ng taong bayan ang sinayang, tinapon. Tapos sasabihin mo, 1.3 billion, small amount, part of losses. 'Di ba? Napakalaking pera ang 1.3 billion para sa mga kababayan nating mahihirap. Tapos sabihin mo, small amount. Kung ikaw mayaman, kung ikaw nagtatrabaho dyan sa iyong position, ang 1.3 billion ay maliit para sa iyo. Dahil ang pinag-uusapan ay bilyon-bilyon. Pero para sa ordinaryong mamamayan, ang 1.3 billion na sinayang nyo, tinapon nyo, binasura nyo, ay napakalaking pera. Kaya yan ang dapat nila maunawaan. Huwag nilang maliitin. Itong 1.3 billion, hindi ito piso. Billion ang pinag-uusapan, hindi piso-piso lang. 5 piso, 10 piso, billion ang pinag-uusapan. Kaya hindi nila pwedeng sabihin bilang official ng gobyerno, bilang official ng DOH, na napakaliit lang umano na porsyento. Itong sinasabi niyang 2% of losses lang. 2% na yun na expire. Pero pag i-convert mo, it's 2.7 million dosage worth of 1.3 billion. So, napakalaki. Huwag mong sabihin na napakaliit lang na halaga. Kaya, tama na talaga itong inimbestigahan ng mga senador po natin. At dapat ay magkakaroon ito ng pananagutan. Kasi pera ng gobyerno, which is pera ng taumbayan ang ginasta dito, tapos itatapon lang.
That we funded this with borrowings.
1.3 billion, late lang daw.
Our total amount disbursed was 1.198 billion dollars. So that is equivalent to about 50 or 55 billion pesos. We lost 2% of that. Okay, it's high. Yes, it's high.
Yeah,
It shouldn't
high.
happen, but in reality, these things happen.
1.3
covered
billion, minamaliit
various
lang.
aspects of the issue concerning the 44 million wasted vaccines. Reasons given by Secretary Dominguez are noted and in compliance with the requirements. The only remaining issue now is the NDA, which this committee during the next hearing would probably require in an executive session. We will have an executive session with the COA, with the other resource persons present here and the members of this committee come 2023. So I think that will be acceptable to the general public. It will be transparent likewise, and we will guide the Department of Health.
So, yun yung mga idol, no? Yung ilang part ng naganap na Blue Ribbon Committee. Kaugnay nga po dito sa sa issue ng DOH sa mga natapong bakuna. So, pero parang ang sakit lang sakit lang sa pakiramdam ng bawat Pilipino, lalo na tayo mahihirap. Na sabihin nila na maliit lang, 2% lang yung tinapon, 2% lang yung nasayang. Pero dahil napakalaking halaga, napakalaking dosage ng bakuna, imagine mo, 2.7 million dosage, tapos ang halaga is 1.3 billion pesos. So, billion ang pinag-uusapan, pero para sa kanila, napakaliit lang daw na porsyento. Pero ang pera, pag i-convert mo, napakalaki. Which is dapat may managot, dapat lang imbestigahan. Kasi bakit nagsasayang tayo ng pera? Maraming kababayan po natin may hirap, namumroblema ng gamot, namumroblema ng pagkain, hanap buhay. Pero itong 1.3 billion pesos, tinatapon lang. So, kaya kung sa akin lang opinion, dapat talaga may managot, dapat ito imbestigan. At kung sino yung may pagkakamali dito, kaugnay dito, dapat managot. Sa ganito kalaking pera na nasayang po natin. Pera ng taong bayan. Sinasayang lang ng mga opisyal ng ating gobyerno. Kung hindi kinukurakot, sinasayang. So, actually, yung DOH, napakalaki ng issue ng DOH. Kasi marami silang gamot din na expire. Ngayon naman, ang bakuna. So, ang dami nilang tinatapon na pera dyan sa DOH. Hindi ko alam kung bakit hindi maayos-ayos yan. Hindi ko alam kung bakit hanggang ngayon ay walang na-report na may nanagot na sa DOH. Sa mga nag-expire na gamot, sa mga na-expire na bakuna na ang halaga ay bilyon-bilyon na tinatapon lang nila, ano. So, sana lang, wish lang po natin may managot ang dapat managot kasi ito is pundo ng gobyerno at pera ng taong bayan. So, yan po yung ating update, mga idol. Maraming salamat. So, thank you so much sa inyong love and support. Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.